Hey guys! As you can see, I'm back in Utah and I'm really excited because I had one organizational project I wanted to do here and I've been wanting to do at the house here for years because, and it's the pantry, because it's always been a mess and it just frustrates me. But it's not my house, it's my in-laws' house. But we're all family, so we all share and stuff, and they're really, really nice about letting me and my husband come and use it whenever, even if they're not here. But I'm here with my mother-in-law for a week, and then the rest of our family gets here in a few days for another week. And this is a project I really wanted to do, but I didn't feel comfortable going through her pantry and getting rid of things without her here, even though she told me that I could. I didn't feel right about it. So, because the last couple times I've been here, my mother-in-law hasn't been here. But she is here with me, so we decided that this week would be a perfect time to tackle it. So I actually already completed the project, but I forgot to film my intro and exit, or my intro before we did it, so that's what this is. But at any rate, I'll just go in and tell you how we start. So what I did to start was, with her, we went through the whole pantry and we just basically chucked like half the stuff. And normally I wouldn't want to throw out so much food, but honestly, everything we threw out was expired. None of it was stuff that we wouldn't eat. It was just really, really old. So, it obviously hadn't been gone through in a while. And I'm going to include that footage, like, sped up, because I know everybody likes that a lot. So you'll see that. And the next stage was we put all the food that we were going to keep on the kitchen table, which is, just a few steps away from the pantry, which was nice. And then I organized that food by category, so when I eventually put it back in the pantry, it was easier to do. And I had everything organized by category, so I could see how much of certain things I had and if I wanted certain bins for certain things and stuff like that. So right now I'm going to show you the sped up cleaning of the pantry. After we did clean everything out, like I said, we literally tossed half the stuff. And then we put the other half on the kitchen table. And then I cleaned the shelves and the floor in the pantry. Just with a rag with like a little solution of cleaner in a bucket of water. They're painted wood shelves, and the house is about 20 years old. So they probably need to be painted at some point, but not my house, so not going to worry about that. At any rate, I'll give you a look at our cleaning process. You'll see my mother-in-law, her name is Suzanne, just in some of that footage. And I hope you guys enjoy. So this is the pantry as it is. No cleaning up yet. And you can see it's just sort of a jumbled mess, and that's why it drives me crazy. And people, since the house is used by different sets of people at different times. Some people just buy things and throw them in there, and then nobody else wants to eat them, and things like that happens. So we're going to clean out today everything that needs to be tossed, anything that's expired or is just not ever going to be eaten. And that's what we're going to do today, and then we'll clean the shelves off and put the food back, and then tomorrow we're going to go to Bed Bath & Beyond and maybe buy some baskets or bins or something to sort of corral certain items, maybe like pastas and crackers, things that maybe come in soft packages that are harder to keep together. But I'm going to film me going through the pantry right now, just kind of sweeping through it. Shouldn't take too long. My mother-in-law is here helping me, so since it's technically her pantry, you might see her. But we'll fast forward through that part and hope you guys enjoy it. So you can see we just took everything out. We went through everything. Some of that stuff in there was frighteningly old. We filled up this many bags of basically expired stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bags. Wow, that's a lot. And we put all the food that we're keeping on on the table here in the kitchen. You can see it's actually quite a bit. And we're going to clean the shelves next. And then we're going to kind of organize the food by type in the cabinets and see what kind of bins we might want to corral certain items. Like I said before, maybe like chips, pretzels, things in bags that don't stand up by themselves, which can get kind of cumbersome in a pantry situation. But that only took about, I don't know, maybe a half an hour or 20 minutes. I'd have to look at the footage. But you can go ahead.
I tried to get out of your way.
But we're doing good here. So I just now really quickly grouped items by type. And we're going to leave all the items out here. We're actually going to Bed Bath & Beyond tomorrow to get the bins and whatever, but this helps me kind of figure out what items I want to purchase and how many of them I need. And I have already written down the measurements, I did that last time I was here, of the pantry itself. But you can see this might not necessarily be the order they go into the closet, but they'll be grouped in this similar fashion. So we have all of our canned goods, beans and breadcrumbs and oils and vinegars and stock such. Snack foods, you know, pretzels, crackers, nuts. And then we move on to cereal and breakfast with oatmeal, Bisquick. And then the dry goods such as rice and pasta and baking things at the end here. And we have a gluten-free family member, so we have a little gluten-free baking section. And then I forgot to mention at the other end are just a little group of my favorite snacks that I wanted to get a little bin just so nobody else eats them. Keep them separate. But I just stepped on a dog toy. I got permission to leave this out overnight, which is nice. And it's just the two of us right now, so it's not like it's in the way or anything. But this is a project we could easily finish in one day if I already had the bins or if we felt like going shopping today. But we don't, so we're not going to rush. Anyway, I'm going to clean the shelves now, and then they'll be all set and ready for restocking tomorrow. Okay, so I hope you liked the first part of the cleaning out the pantry here. Just fast forward it. I mean, it's really self-explanatory. We basically went through everything. Like I said, tossed the things that were expired, which, like I said before, was 50% of the stuff. And then just organized everything on the kitchen table. And the next step was to go to Bed Bath & Beyond. Now, we're out here in Utah. We're just like 30-minute drive from Park City, Utah, which is where there is a Bed Bath & Beyond. There is no Container Store out here. I'm not sure if there is one in Salt Lake. Salt Lake is about an hour drive. We went to Bed Bath & Beyond, and I was a little disappointed in their lack of selection of bins. They really only had these soft-sided fabric bins, but luckily they kind of really worked, and they had them in several sizes. So we bought a few of each size, and I kind of had an idea in my head of what I wanted. And it worked out perfectly. They actually bought the perfect amount of bins, which is interesting. But you're going to see now, I'm going to post the footage of me actually organizing the pantry in fast motion and using the bins. And this isn't my pantry. And so I kind of played this one I don't want to say played it by ear, but you know, I didn't really have an exact plan going in. I had a general thought of the way I thought things should be, and I sat down with Suzanne, my mother-in-law, and asked her, you know, if she had any preferences, like what shelves she wanted certain things on, height-wise and like weight-wise, and what kind of grouping she wanted. So we did go through that, but she's a very flexible person in general, so it wasn't hard. She's not very particular. she basically just let me do it the way I wanted, and she's like very happy about it, which is nice. But she's sweet, sweet lady. But so I guess I'm going to show you that footage now, and then I'll check back in with you after I'm done and wrap it up. So we went to Bed Bath & Beyond yesterday and ran a bunch of other errands, and by the time we got back, we were so tired that we decided just to wait till today to finish the closet. And at Bed Bath & Beyond, I was hoping to get some, bins to corral certain items that are particular ones that are packaged in paper or plastic bags, like chips and pastas and rice and things like that. Well, Bed Bath & Beyond had a very disappointing few bin options. And I realize, I've always known this, but it just kind of like drives home how spoiled I am to have a Container Store within driving distance of me at my main home in Illinois. But we did find these, which are actually pretty nice. They're fabric, soft-sided bins, but they have a bit of sturdiness to them. We bought 3 sizes, got 4 of these medium size, 2 shallow ones, and 3 big ones for the floor. And it's, I'm not sure if I'm going to use all of these, but it's possible we could use whatever we don't use in the closet in different areas of the house, or return them, because Bed Bath & Beyond in Park City is right next to Whole Foods, and I'm sure I'll be back there. So I am just going to film in a fast, and then fast forward it, just like I did for the cleaning it out, because I think that goes well. And then at the end, I'll go through, give you a more in-depth look of what I did. Okay, so basically finished the Pantry Organization project. With any project, you kind of have to live things for a little bit to make sure it's exactly how you want it. But this is sort of the first run of it. So I guess it's kind of like a rough draft. And if over the next couple of days we change it, then I'll film again and show you what we changed. But otherwise, just assume it looks like this. So I organized by category, because you all know I like to do that. And we basically put lightweight, larger items at the top. And in this family, that is cereal. So we have all the cereals and breakfast things, oatmeal, coffee, Bisquick, syrup, stuff like that. So it's all together on the top shelf. It's still easy to reach, but it's lightweight, so you don't have to worry if you drop something accidentally of it breaking. Then on this sort of shoulder level shelf, I put the heaviest cooking items, because it's easier to see them this way. It's like right below eye level. and it's easy to reach things out. So we have all the vinegars and cooking wines in the side, oils, oil spray, beans, canned vegetables, honeys, and then olives and tomatoes, tomato sauces, and stock on the side. So that's this whole sort of second shelf down. I don't know what else to call it. And then this shelf, which looks rather bare at the moment, is the snack shelf. But the thinking behind this is that once we start opening things like chips and pretzels and stuff, they'll fill in the empty spaces. But for now, I just left it like this. So in the corner, I corralled all the crackers into a bin. That way when we're having snacks or hors d'oeuvres or a party or something, we can just pull out the whole bin and we know what crackers we have. But again, if the collection expands, then we'll rework that situation. Salsas, nuts, some soups, cocoa powder, and then this bin has all of the ingredients and tools to make s'mores. So that I do that at home too. You just grab the bin and take it outside. It's easy, easy. And then this last shelf here has all the lightweight dry goods. So in this one bin on the side, there are breadcrumbs. In this shallow bin are all the gluten-free items for particular family members who go gluten-free. And that includes like quinoa pastas, brown rice pasta, cornflake, breadcrumbs, that sort of thing. In this bin, there's all the spaghettis and linguinis, long package stuff, and these bins ended up being really perfect size for those particular things. And then this last bin is pasta that isn't long, so, you know, spirals, macaroni, that sort of thing, and rice. And then in the bottom, on the floor, in the 3 big bins, we have unopened chips and pretzels and things of that nature. This middle bin has gluten-free baking items, such as flours and mixes. And then in this last bin over here is the non-gluten-free baking, or just like the normal baking bin. And basically I just put flours and sugars in here. Big items like this that you don't necessarily use a lot, I find I like to have them, you know, in bins that maybe it just frees up area on the shelves so that you would, having a brain fart, that you would use for more important, for more important items, you know, instead of having your flowers out on the shelf. Unless you use your flour a lot. I mean, it's an individual thing. And like I said, we'll sort of live in the pantry for a few days and see what's working, and if anything isn't, we'll change it, and I'll give you a look. But otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed this little pantry organization, and I'll see you real soon. Well, that's it. That's the pantry. Like I said, you know, that's sort of the initial, I would call it maybe the first draft, because it was pretty empty and we hadn't done our big grocery store haul yet, and it's going to fill out a little bit more. Actually, my mother-in-law's at the store right now buying groceries because the family's coming in 2 days, the rest of the family. And so it's going to fill up a little bit more, and I did leave room for that. And when she gets home, I am going to help her unload, and then I will probably film another little bit at the end, and I'll just tack it at the end here to show you how it looks. But then next week, it is possible that after we live in it for a few days, and this goes for any project, sometimes you can organize it, you know, a way that you think is perfect, and then you're living with it for a couple days or a week or 2 weeks or even a few months or whatever, or years, and your needs change, and your expectations of how it's going to function changes. So sometimes you need to kind of adjust, which is perfectly normal. I mean, I don't think you should go into any project thinking it's going to be perfect when you're done, because, you know, things change. But it is much better than it was, and you actually can see what you have, and you can actually find what you, that's my lip gloss, I don't know why I'm holding it. You can actually find what you need, and like, my mother-in-law had so many backups of things, like so many vinegars and Pam olive oil sprays and stuff, because she just couldn't find those, and she just assumed she was out of them. But now she can see them clearly, everything's grouped nicely. The tough part will be getting the rest of the family members to put things away like they found them. That's the hardest part in my experience with organizing something. People, some people just aren't organizationally motivated, or they just don't it just doesn't even occur to them to put things back where they found them. And that's not a terrible thing. I mean, that's just how some people are, and you can't judge somebody for that. But, but hopefully the family will catch on and realize that things are grouped by type. And even if they don't put them back exactly where I organized them, that's all right. As long as they go back in this specific, in the general area. And projects like the pantry, they need to be touched up at least once a year in my experience, because things just accumulate and get, misplaced and stuff like that. So, but I thought it was a very easy project. For me personally, I just like organizing spaces like that, especially that kind of pantry is a wonderful pantry to do because it's shallow. If you watch my other pantry video, which I will link to below, it's a much deeper, more narrow pantry. I like the ones like this one where it's wider and it's more short. So you can really see all your food better. Things don't get quite so lost in the background. So that was fun. And I thought it'd be nice to post this as sort of a different look at a pantry. But that is my little organizational project for Utah. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry I didn't get to the mudroom, which I was hoping to do before I left for Utah, but I don't know how I thought I was going to have time to do that. But I'm hoping to work on the mudroom and the last part of my craft room when I get home. We'll see. We have so much traveling coming up, you guys. It's crazy. But I'm doing my best. And thank you guys for being patient. I'm really enjoying all the video entries to my contest. It's running for another 5 days. So check that out. I'll link that below as well. My 1-year anniversary contest and giveaway. That's a lot of fun. So I can't wait to announce the winners next Friday. And I hope you guys are enjoying your summer and finding ways to be outside if it's not too hot or rainy or stormy or all the bizarre, random, extreme weather that's been going on. I hope you're finding time to enjoy yourselves outside, because I certainly am. And yeah. Okay, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. So this is what $500 of groceries is. It's a sea of groceries. And now we have to fit them all into the cabinet. And then I'll show you the final look for now. So we finished unloading all the groceries and the pantry's really filled out now. The bottom's pretty much the same as with the lower shelf, but you can see the snack shelf really filled out with chips and salsa and things of that nature. And even the cooking shelf kind of filled out a bit because we bought some more staples and enough anchovies for a small army of anchovy lovers. And then I did kind of rearrange a few things on the breakfast shelf, so it's now all just breakfast. So there you have it. That is the whole thing complete at the moment. Hopefully this arrangement will stick, but if not, we have to be flexible and change it so it works. Come here, Boo Boo. Come here. Come here. Come here, Mom. There's my girl. Come here. Oh, we're a little sleepy. I feel like it's been a long time since Winnie said hello. Say hi. I am so cute. I am so cute. I can see out the window, so I'm not going to look at the camera anymore. Oh, are you my bunny? Winnie just wanted to say hi. Hi, my mommy's going to film my grooming series, hopefully when we get home from Utah. So, hopefully she will. So, you can see me there. And also, she's going to film how we travel on our way home from Utah, bringing me on the airplane and everything. So she'll be posting that soon on my channel, Winnie the Zoo Tube. Winnie the Zoo Tube. Winnie the Zoo Tube. So check that out and see my blog at winniethezoo.com. I'm not strange at all. Okay, bye you guys.